Hi, everybody, and welcome to First Look. I'm Katie Couric here with Mike and Kim. We're working in the fishbowl, figuring out the show for tonight. We're leading with a great Armin Katayan piece that actually prompted congressional hearings about the FEMA trailers and the unsafe conditions of those trailers. And Armin is actually, they're showing his piece during the hearings. There's a lot of problems with I guess, contamination, mold, and really unsafe chemical levels for children living in those trailers. So you can only imagine the anxiety of having to live in a trailer because your home was destroyed as a result of Hurricane Katrina, and then having to live in a trailer that could be hazardous to your health and your children's health. So that should be a really great story tonight. Also, stories we're working on is that explosion that happened in New York City that killed a person. We're going to take a look at what happened and specifically the New York City police response, because this is really the first test of emergency workers since 9/11, and it may portend their response rate if there's a more serious event in the future, which of course we hope there will not be. Also coming up, we've got a new interesting poll about Hillary Clinton, about how women feel about her candidacy. We talk to women who work, who don't work, single, married. And there's some very interesting numbers, and, especially on the heels of Elizabeth Edwards' comments about Hillary Clinton, it should be a really interesting story that Kelly Wallace is working on. We're looking at the Harry Potter phenomenon, many different aspects of that, the fact that, there are a lot of spoilers on the Internet. The whole transcript ended up on the Internet. One of the distributors passed out the books early, and Scholastic was put in the position of asking kids to keep them hidden, as if, that's what I say, as if they were my kids, they'd be like selling them on the street corner. So we're going to be doing a piece. Who's doing the Harry Potter piece?
Sandra Hughes.
Sandra Hughes is doing it out in Los Angeles.
They found one of the people who got the book
mistakenly.
Oh, really? Yeah, and he put it on eBay.
He did?
Yeah.
There you go. I mean, that's capitalism, right? Also, we're ending the show tonight with a great story about the first teacher in space since Krista McAuliffe. She actually trained with Krista McAuliffe. She was her backup on the Challenger, and it's been a dream that she hasn't realized for 20 years, and she was so intent upon going up in space. She actually became an astronaut to make sure she could, and Kelly Kobayea has that story. So I think we have a lot of really interesting stories coming up tonight. I'm looking forward to watching. That makes one of us. So are you guys, right?
Yeah, right.
And I think it's really going to be an interesting show, so hopefully you'll join us tonight on the CBS Evening News. Thanks.